Hello, Finance Oracle fans. I've got exciting information for you. Yeah, if you are listening, if you are watching this video today, stay tuned as I will be talking about how you can move to Canada without much stress. Yeah, well, this is a new stream under the Alberta Advantage Immigration Pilot. Well, Alberta and Canada in general is continually seeking for how to bring people in thousands to work in Canada. So they have created new stream, and this is just announced recently, and the first application day is March 1st. So you can see this is just a few days ago that application began. Well, I'm going to be taking you details how you can apply for this program under the Alberta Advantage Immigration Pilot, and this route which is being announced, which is being created, is for the tourism and hospitality industry. So you can see you don't need much qualification to work in the tourism industry, in the hospitality industry. You can easily fit into these job roles. There are so many job roles within this industry which are currently being offered by the Alberta new stream program. Okay, so guys, I'd like you to stay tuned as I unleash the information which will be helping you. But before I go on, I would like you to see this video and see what the Canadian government have to say.
Today I'm pleased to announce Alberta's new tourism strategy. The strategy takes a whole-of-government approach to sustainably growing our province's visitor economy. This includes growing into rural communities, expanding and diversifying our tourism product offerings, increasing air and road access, and easing labor shortages. Our aim is to build on our existing strengths and more than double Alberta's visitor economy from $10 billion currently to $25 billion by 2035.
This approach is based on 5 pillars that will focus on the most crucial elements and areas for development. First, leadership and alignment. Travel Alberta and the Government of Alberta will continue to work with industry to develop unique tourism experiences in the province's tourism development zones. Competitive product. There will be a special focus on developing new, competitive products that offer all-season experiences and fresh opportunities to Albertans and visitors who come here from around the globe. People and careers. In addition to yesterday's announcement with Minister Yassine creating a new immigration stream to fulfill the demand for staffing, we will also work with post-secondary institutions to help guide more students into careers in the tourism sector. Expanding access. We'll continue working with our airline partners like WestJet as they expand new routes into Alberta and improve our existing infrastructure for visitors once they get here to navigate our magnificent province. And finally, Indigenous tourism. We will expand our growing Indigenous tourism sector by supporting development to meet the increasing demand for authentic Indigenous tourism experiences.
Indigenous tourism has the power to be a driver of social benefits to both Indigenous entrepreneurs and communities across the province. It also provides opportunity to be an economic driver for Alberta's visitor economy through the global demand that we're seeing and the diversity of authentic Indigenous tourism experiences across the entire province.
As demand increases for visitation, so too do the needs for jobs in tourism-based communities. The opportunities here for product diversification are endless. And I mean, this is the game we really need to be in as a province. The competitiveness has never been higher, so the ability to summon the entrepreneurial nature of Albertans to take risk, to conceive new ideas, and to, above all else, share their hearts and souls the way they do as Albertans when they invite people to this province is going to be paramount to distinguishing our position on the world map.
Yeah, I hope you've watched this video and you've seen it for yourself. So the government of Alberta is continually looking for how to bring in people to their tourism industry because they've seen that they're making billions of dollars in their tourism industry and they need people to develop more of this and explore more of this. So that is why they've developed this this stream of immigration. So guys, the things you need to know and the things you need to have. One, you need to have an employment from an approved employer, okay? And you also need to have an employment within an approved skill, an approved job set, okay? So when you have these two things, you're just good to go. Well, if you've gotten these two things, other documents which you need to have is an international passport, at least valid for 6 months. You also need to have police character certificate and a medical fitness certificate. So if you have this, you can go on and apply. Then you also need to have IOS, but as not just IOS, any English or French language proficiency test of about 4 band. That is way too low. Anybody can score this if you can speak basic English. So once you have all this, you can apply for this program under the Alberta Advantage Immigration Pilot. Guys, this is all you need to have. I'm gonna be taking you through my screen for you to see everything you need to know and how you need to apply for this. But then be aware that there are no unexhaustible role in this field, so you need to apply as quick as possible. This application started on 1st of March. Is way too fresh, but then you should try and apply as soon as possible so that you'll be among the first to get selected. If you get selected, congratulations to you. I'm also going to be dropping some link for you how you can go hit the job. So guys, if I'm you, if you've heard this, it is time for you to hit the job website like Glassdoor, Indeed, and just start applying for this program in the tourism and hospitality sector. Well, let's go to my screen to see how you can get the ball rolling. Yeah, guys, this is the website which I'm talking about. And a few weeks ago, I did mention about this, either maybe 2 weeks ago. I mentioned about it, but I didn't go in details. And some guys met me and said, can you please give us a more breakdown on how we can apply for this route? Well, this is under the Alberta Advantage Immigration Pilot. So the tourism and hospitality stream is introduced to help people to come to work in the tourism industry and in the hospitality industry. And this because Canada have realized that they're making a lot of money, like Alberta, they're making a lot of money in tourism, and they think that they could develop this, and they've invested a lot of money and getting people to come to Canada. Well, in the past years, they've made billions of dollars in this industry, and this is why they think that it is good to develop it more. Well, I will just take you through the requirements, and I would like you to pay attention so that you can see the things which you need. Number one thing you need is you need a job from an approved employer, which means your employment must be from an approved employer. Secondly, you need an eligibility industry, to work with. You must be employed in an eligible industry. If it's not eligible, then it doesn't make sense because they're not gonna attend to you. Then these are the eligibility industry. Let's go through the list quickly. We have the museum and art gallery, the zoos and game farms. We have the bowling alley, billiard parlors, golf clubs, rages, sky resorts, gondolas, casino or dance halls, arenas, stadiums, travel agencies, motor association, um, restaurants, catering, hotel or convention centers, sports and recreation, property management and hostels, private clubs, operation of a curling rink, operation of an ice skating rink, operation of a cricket field, operation of a convention bureau, operation of an information bureau, promoting sports and entertainment. And there are also lists of eligible sectors, which are accommodation, food and beverage. This is just if you classify them in sector, indigenous tourism, recreation and entertainment, meeting, convention and incentive industries, tourism and hospitality. But then let's look at the specific eligibility or eligible occupations. Okay, we've got list of them, so many of them, and let's say these programs. We've got program leaders and instructors in recreation, sport and fitness, restaurant and food service managers, accommodation and service managers, food service supervisors, chef, cooks, maitres, the hotel and hostesses and hosts, bartenders. We've also got hotel front desk clerks, tour and travel guards, outdoor sports and recreational guards, food and beverage servers, food counters attendants, kitchen helpers, and related support services or occupations. Support occupations in accommodation, travels, and facility setup services. And we've got light duty cleaners, specialized cleaners, janitors, caretakers, and heavy duty cleaners, dry cleaners, laundry, and related occupation. So these are all occupations that are under these NLCs that have been accepted for this very skill set and this travel route. Then for the other things you would need to know, number one is your current employment. If you're in Alberta, then it has to be an approved employment. It shouldn't be an illegal employment. It will not be accepted. Your work experience at the time of this application and when this has been assessed, you must be working full time within an approved industry and hospitality, tourism and hospitality industry, okay, and in one of the eligible occupation which I've mentioned, for a minimum of at least 6 consecutive months, no break, or a minimum of 780 hours at the time of application, okay, and this must be at least a 30 hours per week job, which means a full-time job, okay, and your work experience must have been just within the same role which you're applying. For example, if you've got work experience as a cleaner, you should be applying for a cleaner. If you've got as a cook, you should be applying as a cook. Otherwise, it's not going to be honored. And again, you must be on a full-time job which is being paid. Okay. If your job is not being paid, you will not be accepted. And your job offer, current or your job contract has to follow these following steps. One is that, or the following criteria. It has to be from the eligible occupation, of course, from also an approved employer, okay, and um, it also has to be at least a full-time job of at least 30 hours per week, and it has to be a paid job, not friend relationship, parents relationship job. It has to be from an employer to an employee with a pay, and the salary must be at least the minimum wage, and you must have a 12 months contract at a minimum. If your contract is not up to 12 months, you are not gonna be accepted. Okay, and there are a few other criteria, but these are the basic criteria you would need to meet for you to apply for this job. Again, it has to cover the minimum wage. I think I've talked about that. Then, importantly, too, I would like you to know a few more things. You will be needing to meet the language criteria, which is quite more low. You need to have a minimum of 4 band in English language or in French language for you to be accepted. This is very low, and anyone can simply achieve this, I believe so. And this accepted language test is either the CELPIP or the IELTS for English language, and the TEF and TCF for French languages. So for French language, so if you meet this, you're well good to go. And lastly, your education must be at least a minimum of high school education. And this high school education, you will be needing an ECA, which is the Education Credential Assessment. You can hit the link to see where you can do your ECA with all these things. If you've got all these things, you can march confidently like a soldier. Then you pick your international passport, you get your police clearance certificate, and you get your medical fitness to work certificate. Then you can march like a soldier and go apply for these roles. If you do this, guys, I'm sure you're gonna be getting this. But then before you do this, don't forget to hit Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, and other job application portals and start applying for jobs. And once you find a job, you can match like a soldier to the Embassy of Canada in your home country and get this application done. So, guys, this is where we're gonna wrap up this video. So, if you like this video and if you like what you've watched tonight, this today, just give me a fat thumb up. Do like my video and do not forget to share. Do not forget to subscribe. Be part of the community because our community is successful and fast growing. Be part of this community that's growing fast, where you're the reason why I'm growing so fast, and I want you to give me all the support. Continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to be part of this community. Interact with us. Let me know what you want, your specific need, what you want me to do, perhaps a video you would like me to expatiate more on, and I'm gonna invest my effort to redo the video or expatiate and get you more information. If you have a specific requirement, do hit it on the comment section. let me know and I will do my best to satisfy you, because my real mission is to ensure that the community of people in Finance Oracle are being established. Yeah, it's not very easy, it's not very simple, but as much as you continue to try your best, apply for these positions, apply for these opportunities, I'm sure that very soon you will be successful. And this is why I just have to end by saying one love from Finance Oracle. Cheers.